Okay, we're just dropping in for a quickie afternoon session here. I'm still playing around with my audio, and it's becoming quite fun. But I wanted to keep everybody up to date. That's why I'm doing these live sessions, real quick stops here in the afternoons, because I want you to follow along with me as I learn how to broadcast live from a cafe, a noisy cafe. And I'm learning as I go on how to set up good quality audio to cut out the noise. There's a process that I'm learning to deal with in terms of trying to block out the background noise and at the same time make your voice sound good. The idea is to try to sound as positive and as good as you can, and not have you sound so weird and choppy. Because what happens when you add the noise suppression, that OBS has a noise suppression system that cuts out all the noise when you're not talking. It cuts out just about everything, where you get complete silence when you're not talking. Well, when you talk, the background noise comes in, and so there's this very annoying cut between complete silence and between the time you start talking and you can hear the background noise. You have complete silence, then when I start talking, you can hear the background noise along with my voice, and it's just very annoying. It's not a very subtle change. There's no transition. There's no way to cut out the noise in the background completely and then also cut out the noise while you're talking, because obviously your microphone has to be active when you're talking, and so it's going to pick up all the noise that is behind you coming around from the sides. You know, if you've got a cardioid mic, directional, it's going to block out some noise from behind the mic and to the sides, but not all of the noise. And so when you have noise in a cafe bouncing off walls and the floors and the tables, you're getting noise from all directions. And so another thing I'm going to do is, behind me back here, I'm going to place a cushion up on this wall that will help deaden some of the sound that's coming and bouncing off that back wall, coming directly into the mic this way. So I'm going to try that tomorrow as well to help reduce some of the noise. So I've got the noise filter on that's blocking out all the noise. Then I've added some other filters to that, including the TDR Nova EQ software that's free to download. Did that yesterday, and I've been doing some tweaking with it to try to cut down as much of the ambient noise as possible. And because of this quick shift between the silence when you're not talking and the background noise that comes in when you are talking, that is such a drastic cut, and it's so contrasting, that I came up with the idea of bringing in some ambient noise from a restaurant cafe that I found online on YouTube. I found a YouTube channel that has 10 hours of nothing but ambient noise coming from a restaurant and a coffee shop. And it's a very subtle ambient noise of people sort of talking and whispering in the background like they're at a coffee shop. And so I downloaded some of that audio, and I've got it playing underneath my voice, and it's helping smooth out that distance. It's helped smoothing out that transition between when my voice gets cut and you hear silence, and I start talking and you can hear that noise in the background, which is annoying. So having this ambient noise in the background hopefully is going to help level things out, because now when I'm not talking, you will hear in the background this ambient restaurant coffee shop noise, kind of like white noise, really. Let me turn it up for you so you can hear it. Now I'm going to slowly turn it down so that it's just in the background. And when I'm not talking, it's no longer complete silence, but you have this soft, ambient coffee shop restaurant noise in the background. And I think it helps things sound better. But we're going to give it a shot. And I've also learned that I can reduce the noise by moving closer to the mic. You can see I put on this pop filter, and I've got my mouth basically resting on that pop filter, which puts me about 2 inches from the mic, 2 to 3 inches from the mic. I'm right on it. And if you get close to the mic and then turn down the gain, that also, turning down the gain reduces the noise level that's coming in over the mic. But moving closer to the mic compensates for lowering the gain. So get closer to the mic and lower the gain. That will also help reduce some of the background noise. So we continue to tweak, continue to play around, and eventually, over time, maybe in a year or two, we'll have this audio figured out. I do like coming live from a coffee shop, though, because I can sit here in the coffee shop and observe and watch people and see what's going on, and it's much better than being alone in your home office or studio. At least I'm out in the community and I'm watching people. It can be annoying when you've got kids, especially parents who don't watch their kids. They let their kids run wild, and that happens occasionally, but that's, you know, you just have to put up with that. That's part of going live from a public location. So I hope this is sounding okay. Let me know in comments if you're watching this video days from now or next week or next year. Let me know in comments what you think about the sound. If it's coming across okay, I will of course review this after I quit and give it a listen to and continue to play. And there is some subtle difference here between the way it sounds when I'm working on the equalizer and the filters. I'm using my headphones, and then I make a recording, an OBS recording of my voice to see how that sounds. But then when I upload it and go live on YouTube, there's some subtle changes in the way it sounds too. So that's why I'm wanting to go live and test the audio. I want to know how it sounds when I come across live. So that's the reason I'm here. I won't be here long. I just want to play around a little bit and see how the audio is going to mix in and sound okay with the streaming. That's the main issue. Well, while we're here, let's check out YouTube, see what's going on. See if there's anything we want to talk about, anything we want to discuss. All right, let's see. Creators are losing their channels. What's that about? Well, it's 43 minutes long. I don't want to sit through all of that. How to legally protect your channel. I might need to watch that. All right, let's see what else is going on. Joe Rogan. How to start a YouTube channel. Beginner's guide. All right. What's Ali got to say? That was a year ago. Ali's pretty good. Let's see.
Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. So, over the last 7 years, I have made over 1,000 YouTube videos and grown my channel to over 5 million subscribers. And in this video, I want to share some of my best advice for beginners who want to start today. This is something I've personally learned a lot about over the years. I've also taught thousands of students in a part-time YouTuber academy over the last 4 years with some amazing reviews. And recently, I was actually invited to give a talk as part of an event that was run by Think Media. And there were a bunch of questions from the audience all about how to grow an audience on YouTube. And so this video is going to be the best pieces of advice from that event. So, this is a little magic trick. I have a sort of 3-part framework for thinking about YouTube. And I want to talk through this because, I've done some videos about this in case you might have seen. But I really think it's worth appreciating where we are on the YouTube journey. And sort of this is level 1, we've got level 2, and we've got level 3. Level 1 is get going. If you are under 100 subscribers, I think you are squarely in the get going stage. I'd say this is maybe, I don't know, like 20 videos. Sometimes I say 10 videos, sometimes 5 videos. Like, this is where you're just getting started with YouTube. This is where we don't want to overthink anything. We just want to start making videos. A lot of people are worried about finding their niche. Finding niche is something you don't worry about when you're in the get going stage. At level 2, you're get good. And this is where the whole point is that we're trying to get better at the art and craft of making YouTube videos. And as you know, there's an internal quality bar, and then there's an external quality bar. The internal quality bar is where you're no longer cringing at your own videos, and you think, yeah, you know, if a colleague, if a friend, if a family member were to watch my videos and say, hey, I saw your YouTube channel the other day, I wouldn't die of cringe and embarrassment inside, right? If you're dying of cringe and embarrassment every time someone watches your video, probably your videos are not sufficiently good to meet your own internal quality bar. Either that, or we've just got loads of emotional issues, which maybe we might want to see a therapist about, but yeah, usually that's a sign that the videos are not quite internally good enough, potentially. And then we have the external marker of, is this good? And this is where we start getting comments from people. And maybe the views at this point are still, you know, only 10 views, 20 views, 30 views, but we're starting to get a few comments. We're starting to get comments coming in saying like, oh, I found this video really helpful. This was really entertaining. This was really insightful, this sort of stuff. And then finally we come to level 3, which is get smart. Now, crucially, in between level 1 and level 2, there is a choice. And this is the choice of, do you want a casual relationship with YouTube or a serious relationship with YouTube? Now, the thing that dictates a casual relationship is just like a casual relationship in real life. Yeah, you know, we're not that committed to each other. We're just going to see each other whenever it's convenient. A serious relationship is one where you commit to seeing this person regularly. A serious relationship with YouTube is one where you commit to being consistent on your YouTube channel. It doesn't have to be once a week, but like you commit to a certain level of consistency and you stick to it. If you are happy with just having a casual relationship with YouTube, the rest of this talk is not going to apply to you because it's casual. It's like whatevs. Like you can't expect any results if you're going to have a casual relationship. You can't expect to build something good with a person you love if you're going to have a casual relationship with them. Maybe that's controversial. But
Just pause here. What do you think of his setup? He's got this window here, which is pretty cool. I kind of like that. And then he's got this pad he's writing on by hand, which is good. I mean, I like the way he's doing this. Instead of having a bunch of text that he's brought in with his computer, he's actually just making notes here on a notepad, which is a good way to do it.
But I don't think it should be. Then once you get to level 2, there's another decision you need to make. Do you want to treat YouTube as a hobby, or do you want to treat YouTube as a business? And if you want to, and there's no right or wrong answer here. A hobby is something that you do for fun, and a hobby is something you do for yourself. I play the guitar and the ukulele. I do those things as hobbies. I do them for fun and I do them for myself. A business is something that primarily you do for money, and primarily you do to add value to others. Because the way businesses make money is that they give value to other people and then they monetize that value. So, on a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being hobby and 10 being business, if you're being honest with yourself, where is your relationship with YouTube? On the scale of 0 to 10. I also like to treat YouTube as a business because I want to make money from it, I want to add value to other people, and of course I want to have fun along the way, but the having fun is not the primary goal. Having fun is the secondary goal. At a certain point, you find that once the business is off the ground, having fun then continues to become the primary goal, and actually when you have fun as the primary goal, actually the business starts to get really good. But a lot of us are in the getting started stage, and in the getting started stage, we've got to be optimizing for this key thing. We've got to be optimizing for the value we are providing to others.
All right. Very good. That's exactly what I was talking about this morning, about getting the focus off ourselves and getting the focus on those who are watching us on YouTube. And the point I was making this morning that it's a two-way relationship. It's not a relationship with me and an audience per se, because when I think of the term audience, I think of a lot of people. I think there's 1,000 people out there, and that's my audience. Well, YouTube, the way I look at it, is it's a one-on-one relationship between two people. It's me and it's you, whoever you are that's watching this right now. and it's a two-way communication, two-way street, two people. And so our job is to help each other. I want to help you, and hopefully you will help me. That's what relationship is about. So I agree with him exactly right. If you're going to have YouTube as a business, it's about serving your customer. In our case, serving the viewer. What can we do? What content can we create to help out our viewers? That's the key. Well, I am done. I think I've got enough here to test things out, and I'll review this, and hopefully the audio will be halfway decent. So I guess it's time for me to go. I am over and out.
Thanks for watching. See you again soon. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da